Hello and welcome back to Kpop Light, where we fangirl responsibly. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Lindsay, and we are so back.
We are so back. I cried.
I said that with so much confidence, too. So much gusto.
Fantastic use of the word gusto.
Anyways, we are so back. And the good news is we are still in real life together.
In person.
I think it's going to make the quality of this so just out of the roof.
Yeah. It's so fun being together.
It really is.
And getting to physically see each other and
we're giggling
be
a lot more.
synchronized. Yeah.
That's why there's tears on my face. But yeah, this episode is an exciting one that we wanted to do while we're in person. We're going to be talking about our K-pop concert experiences together.
Yeah, the ones that we've been to as a duo.
Yeah. So that'll be really fun. But we do need to catch you up on what we've been up to these days.
Yes. Lindsay and I started watching a show called Kingdom Legendary War.
Yes. Weird name.
Sounds like a weird video game.
Sounds like a Lord of the Rings film.
Yeah. But
Rachel
not
and I
the
keep
synchronized
breathing
sigh.
and making the same sounds at the same time. It's very concerning. It's confusing and concerning. But yes, we started watching this show. Rachel knew about it, but my friend Emily, shout out Emily,
Shout out Emily.
the pod, she was messaging me about the pod and said that Rachel and I should watch the show, and I never heard about it, and Rachel was interested in watching, so we started it, and it's been so fun. We kind of binged it over the weekend. It's basically a competition show between 6 male K-pop groups.
yeah, that already are existing.
Yeah.
Not a competition to see who gets to debut. They're established K-pop groups.
A range of ages. There's an older
Yeah.
group, BTOB, which we were not
Rookies.
familiar with. Yeah, there's a rookie group.
And it's basically a battle of who, quote unquote, is the best K-pop group.
Yeah, it's so cool. We love it, and we think there should be more content like this where it's groups from different companies that are competing against each other. Or it's not even really competing. They're collaborating. It's cute to see the interactions between the groups.
Yeah. One episode we just watched, they do a field day for some bonding.
Yes, they're just playing weird games at a high school.
Yeah. And it's fun to see
field.
the members of different groups interact with each other and be friends. And they do not only performances where they are with their group, but then they we just watched one where they pick different members from different groups and kind of do new groups together and
they covered each other's songs.
cover each other's songs with a new spin on it.
Yeah.
It's been very interesting to watch. And we were familiar with maybe half the groups on the show, and then the other 3 we didn't really know anything about.
But
We've really enjoyed learning about them.
I think we were really excited to watch this because iKON is in it.
iKON and Stray Kids
Yeah.
and ATEEZ were the ones that we're really
and
familiar with.
Because iKON we love,
We
but are pretty
adore
underrated.
them.
No one really knows who they are. It's fun to see them in something because there's not much content of them, or as much content of them as there is these bigger groups.
Yeah.
They don't have the type of budget to be doing the shows that Stray Kids does.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And we were so excited to see iKON
yes
on there because they're one of the groups that we've seen in concert together.
They're top of mind right now because we've been watching them every night
Yeah.
on our screen.
And we just adore them, and our love for them is growing.
Yeah.
But another important these days
Life
that we
update.
must share, yeah, very important life update, is that Lindsay and I got matching blue streaks in our hair.
Yeah, we went full K-pop. Dyeing our hair. Crazy. My streak is literally 1 inch.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Rachel?
But you can see it.
Yeah. It's
really well.
fun. It's cute. And it was our entryway. If we want to go full hot pink next time.
Yeah. Lindsay at one point shared with me pretty recently that it was a childhood dream of hers to get a blue streak in her hair. And I, to no one's surprise, said that I had the same childhood dream.
Of course.
So when I got here, we were kind of talking about what to do. And she was like, wait, should we go get a blue streak in our hair? I was like, yes, we should.
We made it happen. And they're really cute and fun. And now we have matching. We put them in the same spot.
Yeah, matching friendship blue streaks. Some people get friendship bracelets.
Some people do tattoos.
And some people get matching blue streaks in their hair.
Matching blue streaks. That's what we did. And I, like you said, it was a childhood dream of mine to have a blue streak, and I did try a few times, but we have dark hair.
Yeah.
So you really have to bleach it, and it's a whole thing. So we did it right, did the thing, and yeah, we have blue streaks. They're really cool. They're not super obvious. It's kind of
it's a subtle,
hidden. Yeah, it's subtle,
mature blue streak.
Yeah, it's a mature choice.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. So we fulfilled that childhood dream, but in a sophisticated adult way.
We'll put some photos on the gram.
Yeah, we gotta post the blue streaks on the gram. Yeah, so check it out. We're also on video if you want to check us out, but with our hair.
I was like, but you can't see this.
The blue streak is not available at this time. Next episode, maybe I'll purposely have that pop in.
Yeah. I know. I kind of like it though, because you can kind of like when you put your hair up, you can't see it, and it's like you can.
Yeah, you can choose when you
can
want
kind of
it.
hide it if you want.
Yeah.
But that was an exciting update.
Super fun.
Very Rachel and Lindsay thing to do, to just on a whim go get a blue streak in your hair.
Totally. And then after we did that, we came home and watched Kingdom Legendary War. Perfect day.
Sounds like the perfect day to me.
But yeah, we've been having so much fun. Hopping and dropping and all of the things.
Speaking of jopping, love that you used that word.
Yeah, I did a good segue for you there.
Yes. I had a friend recommend the song Jopping by Super M to me, and I cannot stop listening to it. It is so good.
Yeah.
Add it to the playlist, and I think Lindsay has also been listening.
Yeah, Rachel had me listen to it a few nights ago, and I obviously instantly loved. That's another good one for like a running playlist or like a workout or hype up playlist.
100%. And I just, it's fun to say jopping.
Yeah, and I love that I just made up a new word.
Yeah.
It's hopping and jumping.
Jumping and popping.
Oh, jumping and popping.
We're jopping.
Of course. So random. So random.
No, the song makes no sense whatsoever, but it's a bop.
And yeah. And
catchy.
we then like kind of dove into the group. Super M.
Okay, we have to do a whole episode on Super M.
Yeah, we love it.
What an iconic thing to do.
Yeah.
Basically, entertainment company picked a couple of members from each group, and like kind of the most popular ones or most beloved, and put them into like a super group, and they made some songs.
Yeah.
That are so good.
Such a strategic, cool move to like take a star from each group and put them together and then make a power group. And
they were called the Avengers of K-pop.
Yeah,
just pretty
sick.
I would feel
iconic. So cool if I was selected.
I know.
But yeah, we're really into that, and now we want all of the companies to do that with their, because we always are like, oh, I want them to like
do a collab.
Yeah, and this was such a cool way to do it.
Yeah,
and they made
fantastic work.
Bop, straight
good
bop
song.
with dropping.
Yeah, give Jopping a listen. We're gonna add to the playlist.
Yeah, we're gonna be promoting Jopping hard. I want to see that live.
I don't know if that will ever happen.
ASAP, if not sooner. So this episode, like we said earlier, is to explain our experiences at the K-pop concerts we have been to together, which has only been 2 so far, but they were 2 good. Actually, it was 3.
3?
We went 2 nights.
You're so right.
So that's a whole other thing we need to get into.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
We have been to a couple of concerts together. We actually been to other concerts that are not K-pop together. Yeah.
But only 2. We've only seen 2 groups.
Two groups, yeah. So the first K-pop concert we went to was iKON. And we touched on this earlier about how we were in Korea. Rachel and I had just met a few days before. And we made it our mission to go see a K-pop concert while we were in Korea. Didn't plan this ahead of time.
No. We got there and decided we wanted to go see a concert. And I started doing some research. And I don't know if anyone's tried to get tickets to K-pop concerts in Korea, but very difficult.
Yeah.
It's just hard to find like where the groups are performing, when they're performing, how to get tickets. The websites are in Korean.
Yeah, they use different ticketing systems, and they have a lot of apps and stuff that are Korea specific.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. But I did find a group called iKON that was having a show while we were there, which was so serendipitous because it's not every day that there's a group that's having a comeback.
Yeah.
Like, we've been in Korea where there's no comebacks that are happening. So pretty amazing that we were there while any group was having a show. But we decided to get tickets to this group we had never heard of before.
Yep.
And we purchased tickets, and we're like, we should probably listen to them. before we go. So
Yep.
we spent like an hour in the Airbnb before the concert, listening to some of their YouTube music videos and some of their new releases for the album that they were promoting.
Yeah, and the album that they were promoting was, at the time, is so good. We liked a lot of the songs. So there were a few that we knew they were going to play and that we liked and that were fun. So again, we weren't really familiar with them, weren't fans prior to going, and didn't know all their songs, but we were pleased with like the vibes, at least of the few of the songs we listened to.
Yeah, very much so our taste in music.
Yeah.
Fast-paced, fun, high energy.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So we were excited.
Yeah, we were. And we got there. It was raining. And the ticketing system, I don't know if it was just because we're foreigners buying tickets, but you picked up your tickets at the venue.
Yeah. And it was by last name,
I think.
and
I'm pretty sure we went to like the foreigner.
Yeah, they had like
section.
foreigner tent.
Yeah, it was like a tent set up, and there's people working the booth, and yeah, you like showed your ID, and then they gave you the
we had to bring our
tickets.
passport, I think.
Yeah.
And then, they gave us physical tickets, and
Which is cool.
yeah. And can we talk about the venue for a second?
Yeah.
To me, the venue was so small. Like, I expected it to be, I guess I didn't know anything about iKON going into the concert. We hadn't done any research about the group. So I expected them to be on the same level as like a Stray Kids 17 BTS kind of.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know anything about them. We were just like, oh, it's like a fun K-pop group having a comeback. Like,
I think we could tell by the social media and like the quality of recent videos that it might not be like
on the same
BTS level.
Yeah, but like popularity wise, I was like, oh, they're gonna be super, super famous.
Yeah.
But this stadium was very small compared to Lindsay's laughing because I just said this, but I was like, it's so small, and she's like, it wasn't that small.
It
and
just
then
felt like a larger venue to me.
Yeah,
but it fits 4,500. We just looked it up.
Yeah, which like compared to BTS performing at SoFi,
it's not an arena, but it would be. It's probably. Is that how many Eric Nam had at his concert? Like it's like, I think you know what I think is weird about it is it was like an arena setup, but usually a show of that size would be at more of like a theater or something.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Where it just like feels different. Like it's bigger than a lot of artists that are like standing room only.
That's true.
And those people are still famous and popular, but it's just like a different,
more spread out maybe than.
And
like
you had gone to BTS.
Yeah, this was following BTS,
which was the largest stadium like in the world or something.
Yeah.
So
anyways, it was an intimate venue.
Yeah, and the venue, as are all places in Korea, was so well run and organized,
so clean.
I recall them putting our umbrellas in bags, which, I mean, genius.
Yep. And
something I love about Asia too is minimal security.
Oh yeah, we just walked right in.
Because there aren't people doing crazy things.
No metal detectors, anything. No bag searches. No, just march right in.
And I do remember in the hallway there was like some photo op set up.
Yep, some cardboard cutouts. You could go find your bias.
Posters. I'll post my photo with Bobby. Love that photo actually. I will say the quality of that stuff was a little bit low.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like the images and the printing quality, which was kind of setting the tone.
Yeah, that was.
Where it's like, okay, they're not BTS level.
Yeah,
because I don't think BTS would like put out something like that.
Yeah.
I remember going in, and on every seat was a poster or like a piece of paper that had a fan chant on it.
Yep.
And then was there also like that banner we held up at one point?
Yeah, they had little banners.
2 pieces of paper. Now, is that the company or like a fan does that?
I think it's fans.
Okay.
That could be so wrong, but I think I've heard of the fans
doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously we couldn't read the fan chant. It was in Korean.
It was in Korean, unfortunately.
We're not able to participate in that.
No, but I loved the sentiment. Like it's cool being a part of that.
Yeah. So going into the concert, we, like I said, had done minimal research, but upon watching their music videos, Lindsay had picked a favorite. His name is Bobby.
Yep. I went with my gut feeling, and that gut feeling was...
It did not lead you astray.
No, it was correct.
Yeah. And I kind of picked one that I was calling my name as well. June. And I do love June.
Yeah, but you don't feel so strongly about him.
No.
To this day.
And I wouldn't say he's my bias, but
No.
I have respect for that man.
Yeah.
I do think Bobby is the most talented, amazing person in iKON.
Yep. I feel like he's going to be a common thread on our podcast where he just comes up regularly.
Yeah, he just pops up here and there.
Yeah, he's so great. So there's 6 members of this group.
Mm-hmm.
Previously there were 7, and that 7th member was BI, who now has a solo career.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Good. But we will talk about him at a later time, why he left and his career and where he is today. Yeah. But
so this was in 2023. So there were 6 of them. And Bobby and June were like our front runners. And can we talk about how the concert started with the most lit song of all time?
Absolutely. Frickin' Tontara.
Ton freaking
Tara. That was one of the songs that we had listened to.
We were excited for that
the album. We were like, oh my gosh, we can't wait for them to play Tontara. Mm-hmm. And then the first song that came up.
It was lit. I was blown away.
What a great way to start a concert.
And not to jump ahead, but they ended this concert with Tontara. They played it twice.
Yes.
Normalize playing the most lit, best fun song twice.
Yep.
I needed that. That healed me in a way.
Like, literally, we had so much fun watching Tontara the first time, and we were like, I think at one point we turned to each other.
I remember saying, and we were like, oh my gosh, I want to hear Tontara again.
I wish Tontara.
Because always at a concert, you can't fully immerse yourself or like comprehend the first song because it's like also new. You're like taking it all in. Uh-huh. And so we were really wanting Tontara again. And they played it again. They closed it again. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was one of the, not to be punning here, but iconic moments. Yeah. And we were just so excited because we were not expecting
that. We were locked in from there.
Yeah.
We were, a common thread throughout the whole night was we were up dancing. Mm-hmm. We were shaking our thing.
Yeah, this is a very interesting cultural difference that Lindsay and I talk about a lot, is the hype level between like a Korean audience and an American audience or just Western audience. Because all of our fellow concert goers, patrons, if you will,
I will,
were sitting down most of the night.
Yeah.
But Lindsay and I, especially Lindsay, like to dance.
Yeah. And you know what? Call me to Lulu, but I swear Bobby saw me. I think he had to.
Because we were the only two.
And I swear he kept pointing up to like where we were.
Yeah, like I said, small venue, so I think that they could easily see to the back. We were in the back, but not the very back.
And I hope Bobby saw my dedication and love. Like, he deserves someone to be getting hype with him.
Yeah.
So we were able to be up and going crazy because we were in the very back, so there wasn't really people behind us that we were blocking or anything.
Well, the venue wasn't full.
Yeah.
So there's
a few empty seats
beside us and behind us.
Yeah.
So we did not feel bad about standing up.
I guess we should also preface, we were like towards the back of the situation. Like there was floor seats and stuff. And we were in like the seated upper part.
Just like an upper part. Yeah. But it was still, like I said, so small. So we weren't that far away.
No.
We could see them all.
That was actually kind of a cool venue. Like I would love to see other K-pop people there.
Yeah.
Because you can see them. But I guess most groups are too big to be there. But so we were in the back just going crazy. And I feel like I remember a few other girls like on the opposite side of the same level we were at that were also up and dancing, like maybe had a sign or something. But other than that, most people were sitting, and a lot of people had light sticks, sorry. Yeah. Army bomb, like combining the words. And they would like kind of shake those to the beat of the song.
Yeah, they kind of wave them back and forth just while sitting down.
But a very demure way of getting involved.
Good way to save some energy. You know?
For sure.
And if you don't want to sweat, like
we were going really hard.
Another thing that Lindsay and I found interesting was that several members performed solo songs.
Yep. Most of them.
Yeah. Which if they didn't have a solo song, they sang a cover of a song, which was
unnecessary. Debatably. Yeah, so first I think it was Jay, and he sang a
Adele, right?
Adele song.
Yeah, which that kind of threw us off, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it just, again, unnecessary a little bit. Like, he did fine, but it just was kind of weird. And it's not that iKON doesn't have enough songs. Like, they've had a lot of music over the years. Like, they could have done one of their own songs. But and then June played a song on the guitar and sang. Was it his own song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was, I thought it was good. It was very sweet.
Yeah. It was just the range that all these people were showing was so weird. Every member was doing a completely different vibe.
Yeah, it was not cohesive at all. We had first of all, we had like the most lit song ever. We had like Tantara and then some other really hyped up songs. And then Jay singing Adele. And June singing a guitar, like singer-songwriter song. And then was it DK next?
Yes. DK did like this really sexy song. I think it is his original song too, but he was doing like a chair dance with
like a woman. Yeah, and like really
it was going wild. Hard. And then to top it off, the next song was by Song, I think. Because Chan and Bobby didn't do solo. So. Yeah, so I think it was Song. And he did a musical theater number that seemed like satire.
But was 100% serious.
But it was so off-putting. And that was literally right after DK had just like done a striptease on a chair with a woman. And then he was like doing a musical theater like funny number.
I think if you were to like have looked at our faces, we were just dumbstruck at the end of that. We were like, what?
We were just shook after shook.
Going on?
Yeah.
But then it got back on track.
And these were back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Yeah. But then they transitioned back into some of their songs and we were like, okay, we're back in it. But what a wild ride.
Maybe because you know at a lot of K-pop concerts they'll do like unit songs or where like some people get a break. Yeah. Maybe they like didn't want to do unit songs. Like why didn't they just do? I don't know. It was just a weird setup.
Yeah, it was a little strange.
They just wanted to flex.
It was entertaining though.
Yeah. It felt like a talent show or something.
Yeah, you like didn't know what was gonna happen next.
That really was wild though.
It gave us a good understanding of their personalities as well.
Yes, really did get to know.
Yeah,
kind of what each person was bringing to the table,
and there also was a lot of talking that the guys were doing in between the songs and to the fans, and Bobby and Chan I think were doing some like comedy bits where they were kind of being funny, but again couldn't understand a single word.
Yeah, we weren't able to understand much,
but the vibes were great.
The vibes were on. For sure.
I think one of the reasons Lindsay and I really like iKON is they're really just like chill guys.
They don't take it too serious.
They're not taking it too seriously.
They don't get like upset or... I think they know what level of fame they're at and they're like cool with it.
Yeah, and they're like having fun.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see those vibes through the performance. Yeah, like I would say some of the dancing.
Yeah, Rachel was really harping on their dancing. It was a little bit lax. And I think that they have bad choreography as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they could do better. It's just like what they're presented with also is kind of bad. But yeah, to your point, they were like not doing full extensions of the arms.
Yeah, they were just like not putting 100% of the energy into it, which is fine.
But the vibes are right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember like giggling about some of the dancing.
Mm-hmm. Which we've talked about before, though, is like we have really high bar for
such a high bar.
Performance because we love BTS 17 and Stray Kids
that have the best performance.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of what we were expecting, and then we went to the concert. We were like, oh, you know what? Still love the vibes.
What did you think about the vocals? I can't really remember.
The best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not terrible though.
Not bad. And then Bobby obviously sounds amazing every time he opens his mouth.
Bobby is just...
I was flabbergasted.
Lindsay likes to use the word imprint, and that is just the best word I think that you can use. Is just like completely enthralled by.
Yeah, enthralled
him.
Is a great word.
And he, he opens his mouth and like just the tone of his voice and how he raps and sings, like it draws
and
you
his
in.
Essence, his body movements.
He's just got it. He's got that.
He has a star
power,
and like obviously, as I mentioned, he was my initial favorite going into the concert, and during the concert, I was shook. I was like, "This is such a talented man. I'm obsessed with him. He's so good," and that has continued on. Obviously, I still feel that way about him. And I think another thing about iKON is they don't really seem to go together but they work well together.
Yeah.
But they're all very different.
Yeah.
As example, Exhibit A, they're solo numbers. Like they're just showing very different sides.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I feel like Bobby is kind of like, well, he works well in the group, but I kind of think he could also be
Well, he has a very successful solo career.
He does. And I think when B.I. was in it, it made more sense. But we didn't know of B.I. then. Because B.I. and Bobby are very similar vibes.
Yeah. And they are kind of the musical geniuses of the group.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do think iKON has like a solid sound. Like they're not floundering looking for their sound. They definitely have a specific vibe that they go for. That's really good.
No, I love their music.
Their music is so good, and we've talked about this and we'll talk about it again, but we think that they're incredibly underrated.
Criminally underrated. Love their songs. It really is our vibe of music. I don't know how else to say that.
It's catchy, energetic, but easy listening.
Yeah. Upbeat, fun.
Because some K-pop is like really loud, and you just it's the gym songs, it's the workout songs, it's hype songs, but you can't just like put it on like easy listening.
Yeah.
iKON
Perfect.
is the perfect mix of energetic, fun, but can listen anytime.
Yeah, and some of their songs are our all-time favorite K-pop songs.
Yeah,
and we're on our Spotify Wrapped. So yeah, we love them to death.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there was any other standout performances during the concert.
Love songs? Scenario was iconic.
And then your top song, which was my top song of the year. That was really special to me. That song had just come out as well.
Rhythm Ta.
Oh my God. They have so many bangers. You guys, go be a fan of iKON. Be an iconic. Okay? Join the fandom.
Give them the love that they deserve.
They really do.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I remember something that happened during the concert that is still funny to this day is at one point my bag had fallen through the chair that I had sat it on and onto the ground, but kind of back, so hidden beneath my seat. And once the concert was over, we turned back around and I didn't see it, and I turned to Lindsay and I was like, oh my gosh, someone stole my bag. And she just turns and looks at me and she goes, hey, CCTV.
As if you're not aware. In Korea, there's a lot of surveillance, and it's called CCTV. And I know about that because in K-dramas, they always are referring to the CCTV. I feel like that's how I know. And they say CCTV.
CCTV.
And in Korea, they're just like, isn't really crime or stealing.
It's so
stealing
safe.
Of that nature, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there isn't crime, but
they there's cameras everywhere, like inside, outside.
And I just thought no one there was gonna steal your bag.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I just thought it was so funny.
When in doubt, CCTV.
Yeah, and she was like, when in doubt, CCTV. Like, someone's got it on camera.
And turns out what had happened was we were dancing so hard, we had kind of moved down about 12 seats. So we were looking at the wrong seat for the bag. It was still there. We had really moved by dancing so intensely. It was actually nice that it was not empty, but there was empty seats in the venue because we had space for movement.
Yeah, we could really break it down and not feel bad about it.
Yeah. Like, we were spread out. Like, you were a few feet from me and our arms were just going crazy.
Oh, yeah. It was so fun. Yeah. I do think the people around us were concerned for our sanity.
Yeah. I thought we were unwell.
But
we were just iconic.
We were having a great time.
I will say a few other moments I want to bring up is the fact that Bobby went into the crowd, which was fun.
Yeah, love that.
That was cool. And we have privately talked about how the safety of idols is often in question when they're interacting with the crowd. So in Korea, fans are more respectful. They don't like attack people. And also, I think like Bobby's just that personality. Like, he's gonna get out in there.
He's gonna do what he wants.
He's gonna do that.
Yeah.
And another thing I remember is maybe it was during the encore. They like told people to stand up.
Yeah. They were like,
come on, jump. Because no one else was up and jumping. Like, if you like this group enough that you have the light stick, why are you not singing along?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But I mean, I was obviously on my 2 feet the entire time.
Yeah, Lindsay and I left that concert dripping in sweat.
Yes. Of course.
But yeah, it was so fun. That was our first K-pop concert
and our first concert experience together. And like I said, we had only been in person friends for like 5 days at that point.
Yeah.
And that was great because there are some people I don't like going to concerts with.
Yeah.
That either just like it seems like they don't enjoy it or like don't move. So you passed the test of being a concert attendee with me.
See, I'm kind of a vibe matcher. So whoever I'm going with, I will match that vibe.
Yeah.
So Lindsay brought the vibes.
I feel like she brought a song. I was going crazy, and you were kind of nervous. I was like, "There's people behind us." And then eventually, you were like,
"It's like testing the water."
You were totally on my level. Yeah. But yeah, I do think I was alone in the standing up for like one song.
Yeah. But then you brought me into it. And to your point, I do think that they saw us back there because with the amount of movements that we were doing, I think their eyes would have automatically.
We're tall to begin with. There was no one else standing in our section, and then we're jumping and waving at Bobby.
And I think we also screamed at him a couple times.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think he appreciated our level of hype for sure.
I know. Oh, I hope he felt our love.
He deserves it.
He really does.
So much.
So that was our first K-pop concert experience together. That was April 2023, May 2023. Yeah. And then our second concert we went to was just this past fall, October 31st and November 1st of 2024. And that was 17.
You are never going to forget those dates. I feel like they're imprinted in your brain.
Well, that's a good day. Halloween is like pretty memorable.
That, can I just say, was iconic that we went on Halloween.
Yep.
And let's just jump right in talking about that, I guess, because I don't know if anyone else has been to a K-pop concert on Halloween, but it was so fun. Everybody was dressed up in the most hilarious costumes I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yep. Yeah, they were all, well, yeah, I would say most of them were 17 related, and it was so funny, so creative, so good. It had such a good vibe that night.
Yeah.
And I think that set our expectations to be that November 1st was going to be the same, and people did not dress like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be every night.
I thought that was just going to be like kind of carrots being funny.
Yeah.
But I feel very thankful to have gone to a concert on Halloween now.
Yeah, that was so amazing.
Like, people were picking the most obscure, random funny moments from 17's YouTube show or from interviews or just like memes.
Yeah, funny moments.
Funny memes.
Yeah.
And dressing up as like a character from them. That is just so obscure. Like, nobody on the face of the planet would know what that person was unless you were a fan of 17.
It really is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, not to sound so crazy, but like to be in that environment where everyone's doing that.
Yeah.
So fun.
And we can talk about the environment of the fans.
Let's go back to our ticket purchasing.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I mean, there's so much to talk about. I'm so excited. So I remember us purchasing our tickets poolside.
Yes.
We were in Montana. Tickets came on sale.
Sitting at the pool.
Yeah, Rachel had signed up to be a member to get the pre-sale.
Yeah, you have to be a member of the fan club to get it is so complicated these days.
It really is.
To get K-pop concert
these
tickets.
Days.
And Lindsay and I talk about all the time that there needs to be some kind of resource that breaks it down how to do it, because the information is not clear online how to get K-pop concert tickets.
Oh.
You have to jump through hoops.
Another thing I want them to implement is asking you a question about the group to enter the ticket sales.
Yes, because scalpers get in and buy them all up, and there's nothing left for the fans.
Like, who is the oldest person in this group?
Yeah,
or like,
who's the
It
Mac
wouldn't have
May?
to be a super hard question, but
Something that a random scalper wouldn't know.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I signed up for the pre-sale, and then we were sitting at the pool and just having a good time, and I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, missed it. But so then we like ran back to the place we were staying and got online, and there were still some tickets left.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it wasn't life or death.
Anything. Yeah, we probably could have gotten better, but like it's really fine. We also aren't like ticket buyers. We don't have experience in this.
Yeah. No, it was very much so two girls who had no idea what they were doing.
I've never like done pre-sale tickets. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So we got tickets for Halloween.
Yes.
And that was our initial plan, just to go on Halloween.
Yeah. The 31st. And then this is maybe the week before we were going to go. I was just like, Rachel, I think we should just go to both, because the concert was in San Antonio. We went both nights in San Antonio. Rachel is in Dallas, so I was staying with her in Dallas, and we were going to have to drive to San Antonio and spend the night there anyway. So I'm just like, I think we should just go to both. And like, it's our last time we're going to see them. They're all going to the military. This is our favorite group. We love them. And thankfully Rachel was like, yeah.
It didn't really take much convincing.
Yeah.
So then Lindsay got the tickets for night 2.
Yeah, I think did we buy those on the drive there? On the 31st?
I think we bought them on the drive.
Yeah. Well, and this is another thing. And we would love people to chime in and help us get tickets, because I'm always like, are better tickets going to come on sale? Are they going to drop in price? Like, is right before better? Should I get them now before there's nothing left? I just never know
what the right time is.
Do. Yeah. But we secured tickets. So we were in like the upper level, but the first row, the first night. So the first row of the top level. Pretty close to the stage. So like,
kind of on the side.
Yeah, the left part of the stage.
But still a good view.
And then the second night, we went to the right side, a little bit closer to the bowl, like so farther
from the stage.
But
more of a front view.
Yeah. So we got 2 different views, 2 different sides.
A new side, if you will.
No, I wanted to see the new side.
Yeah. No, it was good to get different perspective. Yeah. And it was fun going 2 nights in a row too, because we kind of knew what to expect and knew what parts to be excited for.
Yeah.
And
then I feel like there's a part I wanted to film the second night.
Yeah, that you didn't get the first one.
So getting to the concert was kind of chaotic, because the drive from Dallas took longer than we thought. And so we kind of rushed to get ready. Oh my gosh, should we talk about making our costumes?
Yes, how could we not?
Or not costumes.
And the freebies.
Outfits. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Okay, so Lindsay and I wanted to dress up for the Halloween concert, and we could not decide what we wanted to do, whether we wanted to be funny and do something like chaotic from Going 17, which is the YouTube show, or if we wanted to do like a performance look or music video look. And so we went back and forth a lot on different ideas, and I think it was only like maybe a week before, and I was like, okay, we need to decide.
Yeah, we did last minute.
So
for sure.
The final idea that we went with was the Super music video outfits,
which Super's a favorite song. The music video we've watched millions of times. It's very special to us, and we love the outfits.
Yeah, iconic look.
Well, I guess I should preface, the outfit we did is more of the black and gold shiny kimono
kind of
vibe.
Robe.
Yeah, they're all wearing like robes and like dangly things, and it's not the black and white with jeans from the music video.
Yeah, we'll post it on the gram.
Yeah, we'll post it. Obviously, we're gonna show you a visual. But so the night before, I think, did I just get to your house the day before?
Yeah, you got to my house the day before. Lindsay and I both like to sew, so we knew this wasn't going to be crazy to try to do. I had a really cool skirt that I had thrifted that was like this gold pattern that matched pretty perfectly to the Super kind of vibe. So we tore that up, sewed that together onto some black pieces of clothing. Had some like brooches that we got, cool hair things. Pulled it together, I mean, relatively quickly. We were up pretty late, but it was fine.
Yeah.
We also decided we wanted to do freebies.
Very last minute.
Very
Too
last
late
minute.
To like order anything.
Yeah. I think I went to the fabric store before Lindsay got there and just got some random 17 colored fabric, which are kind of lavender and pink. And Lindsay knows how to sew scrunchies, so she kind of led the charge. But for anyone who doesn't know, freebies are something that K-pop fans make for each other to exchange at concerts. So
a lot of people know about Taylor Swift and the bracelets.
Yes.
It's similar to that, but it's beyond just bracelets.
Yeah. They get really creative with what they make. They make keychains, photo cards, hair clips, scrunchies.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we both like to do like more creative, like sentimental fun stuff. So it was cute to make something. And I feel like we were, when we handed them to people, like, we made them or we sewed them. Because it was kind of random so cool to just get like a scrunchie. Yeah. But it's like, it feels more special when someone like actually made it.
Like took the time to make it. Yeah. And we made a TikTok and posted it before the concert and said, like, we're making freebies for this 17 concert on the 31st and the 1st. Come see us. We're going to be there before handing them out. And there was a few girls who we met who we gave the scrunchie to who were like, oh, I saw your TikTok. I was so excited to run into you guys and get one, which was really cool.
Yeah, and the video got so many views and comments. It was so fun. I didn't expect that. So we made our outfits. We made our freebies. And obviously we were procrastinating. We did that kind of last minute night before, but we got it together. And then we kind of got there late as well. So we got to the hotel and had to get ready really quick.
Yeah, we had to whip out our costumes.
Yeah, we didn't get the content we wanted to film.
Also, this was very soon after I got back from Japan. Lindsay and I had been traveling around Asia together. And when I was in Japan, I went shopping at some K-pop stores. And I remember FaceTiming Lindsay while I was in Japan.
I was on the streets in Vietnam and she was in the streets in Japan, and it was so cute. I have a screenshot. We'll post it on the Instagram.
Yeah, so I was in the store like FaceTiming Lindsay, trying to ask her what she wanted, and like we ended up getting these little, something that's very common at K-pop concert is these little like placards that have your favorite member's face on them. So I was sorting through all of the ones. We wanted DK because he's our favorite, our bias. So was sorting through them all and FaceTiming Lindsay, being like, do you like this one? And
yeah,
so I got some
good
merch,
gear.
Some gear.
There's this cute little name tag too that says DK that we both had. Yeah, I'm so glad you got those. That really enhanced the experience. It felt like a real fan experience.
Yeah. So we were at the hotel, got our outfits on, got all of our K-pop 17 merch.
And we headed there, and we were welcomed by a long line.
I feel like this is just K-pop. The problems with lines.
That don't know how to get people inside of a venue?
Yes, it is.
That's the venue's issue. I don't understand.
But it's not just the 17 concert. I feel like I've seen so many things about fans being stuck outside.
Yeah. So we got there
huge lines
and just joined the line because, I mean, obviously everyone was in there. We assumed that was how you got in. And it really wasn't moving quickly. And I don't know how much time passed, but eventually like staff came over and said, you guys are not going to get in unless you go to this other door. There was another entrance on the other side. And we were like, okay, do we go all the way over there? Do we stay here? We ended up going.
It was so confusing.
I don't know why people weren't saying that earlier.
No one was directing traffic.
What the entrance situation was. But it turns out a lot of people during the 17 tour in the U.S. like didn't get into the concert on time.
No, like there was so many, I think it was LA.
Yeah.
So many videos of fans who were outside when the concert started.
Which is just insane. Like this is a huge arena that has events all the time. Like how do they not know how to get people in?
Yeah.
I'm very confused on that.
Yeah.
And
it was chaotic.
If there's other doors you want people to go in, like put signs up. So night 2 we knew to go to the other door.
Yeah.
And there was still long lines and it took a while, but it was less stressful than that night 1.
Yeah. But it was kind of fun standing in line because that's when you exchanged all the freebies. So
we were too nervous to exchange freebies night 1.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to just like go up to someone and be like,
I thought I was going to be so out because I feel like I'm naturally outgoing.
Yeah.
Of like chatting with the people in line with us and like asking them if they wanted a freebie. I was kind of starstruck. I was like nervous. I was scared. But night 2 we were warmed up.
Yeah.
I felt more confident.
So once we got into the venue, it was pretty smooth sailing and got to our seats and didn't have to wait too long before the show started. But I'm curious, what were some of your favorite moments from the show, night 1?
So many. Number 1, DK ripping his pants.
Yes.
That was so iconic. I actually got it on video because I knew it was DK time, which our favorite member.
It's hard to describe.
At every concert, like, leads the group in this chaotic move. It's different every time. He just, like, freestyles. And he was running down the stage. So this stage had, like, is it called a thrust stage? When there's, like, a runway and then there's a second stage in the middle of the floor.
I think so.
So he was going down that, and he straight ripped his pants. And it wasn't, like, a small rip. It was, like, the entire, like, crotch
front
to
part.
butt. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was funny. And his reaction was funny. And the members' reaction was funny. And he ran off stage and changed his shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hilarious. And while he was off stage, the members were, like, making fun of him.
They're
like, post all of those videos.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a memorable moment. And then the other one that comes to mind is Sungkwan's Mint.
Oh.
So Sungkwan, one of our other favorite members, who I think we at the time speculated was going through a rough time. Wasn't there, like, some discourse about things going on, potentially?
Yes, and he posted something on Instagram addressing it in a very, very well done way.
Yeah.
But a lot of people speculated that he got in trouble maybe for posting that, or kind of the whole group was on a social media hiatus ban because he spoke out. So
the sentiment of it was more like, we're humans, like, we're not a machine.
Yeah.
Basically things that many fans thought that their management would be mad about him saying.
Yeah.
Because it kind of made them look bad in a way. But it really was just him, like, saying something real.
And it was honestly, it was more about the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
So he opened up, he was really honest and open, and then his ending Mint, aka speech,
was so sweet.
Touched on that and was really vulnerable and open, which is pretty rare for
most of them other members were like, thanks for coming out, this is so much fun, see you next time.
And you can tell they say the same exact thing every single time.
But you can tell Sungkwan is, like, really heartfelt and says something genuine every time. And so he kind of expressed that and just expressed how happy he felt. And he told a story about running into a fan on the street that day in San Antonio and their interaction, and it was really funny and cute. And he just talked about how much it meant to him and how fun it was. Basically, a fan walked by him, and instead of, like, freaking out, she just said, see you tonight, and gave him a wink as they just passed by. And he was like, I think he said he was, like, blushed and was, like, so flustered by it. So that was fun. I loved that. We have such a soft spot for Sungkwan. So that was just a really lovely moment. Also, when Mingyu came out and was revealed, I think we had a panic attack.
You mean just at the beginning?
Yeah, his look was so on point.
Yeah.
His hair was so on point. And I think we were shook at just how gorgeous he was. We knew he was gorgeous.
Yep.
To be breathing the same air as him. And for him to be not in arm's reach, but
in the same
I could
vicinity.
run to him. Yeah, that was crazy. I think it's a mind trip for me to see these people in real life, because something about them is so ethereal and like so far away. I think obviously because they're foreign too maybe adds to it, and just like the culture of K-pop. So then to be in the same room as them, when I watch them so much and consume so much of their content, it's hard to comprehend for me.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Mingyu being there in front of us. Oh my gosh, it's giving me chills. I want to see the boys.
Oh, I know. I miss them.
Well, not the boys, the group. But also the boys of the group. Sorry, we've been watching.
Speaking of Kingdom Legendary War, the boys, with a Z,
the show we're watching has the boys.
Is a group, that is on it. So we want to see 17 boys, not the boys. Yeah. Seeing somebody in real life, even if they're so far away, for the first time that you have spent so much time like listening to and watching to, kind of mind blowing.
I think we go to Korea and like explore their culture, and to think of them in Texas is crazy. Like that they were just like walking around San Antonio
eating Tex-Mex.
Yeah, and Hoshi kept saying yeehaw. That was another highlight for me.
That was a highlight.
And 17 released like behind the scenes of the tour, and you can see him backstage practicing yeehaw and like asking the other members how to say it.
But then when he got on stage, he forgot again, and you could see on the big screen he like turned to Joshua and was like asking how you say it, and then he comes back to his mic and he was like yeehaw, or no, he said howdy y'all.
And then I feel like DK kept saying yeehaw too.
Yes,
that
was really cute. I did love that moment where Hoshi said Howdy Y'all.
What songs stood out to you over the 2 nights?
I mean, both nights this song hit, but I think night 1 especially, our favorite song, Super.
We'll post a clip of that. I do think we filmed ourselves a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
that's our favorite K-pop song of all time. And I think hearing it live was undescribable.
No, and they had pyrotechnics.
Clearly.
They had like effects going.
Yeah.
It was a shock to the system. I also think that 17 executes every song with 100% passion every night. All the choreography is so sharp. Kind of opposite of what we were saying about Icon, where they were a little bit lax. 17 is going full
hard,
full choreography the whole time.
Yeah, it's literally like 3 hours of. I mean, there are some songs they don't dance to, but most of them they are doing the full-on dance routine.
Yeah, and they're wearing like big, baggy, sweaty outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, another standout moment.
Tell me,
just the whole hip hop unit, rap unit.
Oh my gosh, they really came out and just blew us away. I think I was kind of bias wrecked at the concert by Scoops.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
As predicted.
Another most memorable moment, which I guess spanned the entire evening of both nights, is hearing our vocal king, DK, absolutely pop the heck off.
Breathtaking.
I feel the same way that you were describing about Mingyu, about DK, of just being speechless.
Yeah. Just blessed to be in the presence of those vocals.
Yes. He sounds just as good, if not better, than the recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's just remarkable. Perfection. I don't even have another word beyond perfect. No. And that's why he's our bias.
Yeah, he lived up. And I knew I wasn't going to be bias wrecked. Well, obviously people, showed their true sides and caught my eye, but I knew DK was going to be my bias through and through.
Oh, yeah. Was there anyone, I guess, for you who either night who you were like, oh, wow, newfound respect?
I definitely loved Esakupsa as well. Mm-hmm. You know who else was kind of a dark horse? Vernon.
You were feeling Vernon.
I kept telling Rachel, like, oh my gosh. Vernon
and it's because Lindsay and I say this all the time. Vernon has the most iconic parts.
He comes in so strong.
He has that kind of natural, like,
performing with swagger, full force. And I've said this before, but I am drawn to like the intense rapper types, and he was kind of killing it.
Yep.
And I liked his stage presence. So that surprised me because Vernon is generally not like in my top faves.
Yeah. Similarly, I think another one that was really drawing my eye was The 8.
Yeah.
I remember telling you that, and and you being like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah.
Because same. He's typically not one that I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he's my fave," but he was really doing it for me at the concert.
He was. Another thing I value about their performance and stage setup was, as I mentioned, there was like a second stage kind of in the middle of the floor, and they all walked around. They made up effort to all go to like all parts of the stage, and like interact with the crowd on each side, which is cool. Appreciate that. Yeah,
which isn't that hard with 13 members.
No, it's like we got to move around. 12. We got to spread out.
Yeah, but they were doing some good rotating.
Yeah, and like even when everyone else was on the smaller stage in the middle, there would be like two people on the main stage, one, like entertaining people at the front.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have like that choreographed to a certain extent, but
like where everyone is at different times.
Love that. So then we got to see everyone like come to our side, and then I think one of the more memorable sections is when they did the crowd work, interacted with the crowd,
the dance offs.
Yeah, Aja Nice. They did a lot of fun.
The acapella songs.
Yes, they did like an acapella section where they just sang some snippets of songs that they didn't perform during the concert, which we loved because there's a lot of songs that were not on the set list that we love. We were yelling as well as a girl behind us, hot.
Oh yeah, hot. And they did it.
Hot's our favorite song, and we wanted to hear that. But yeah, to your point, they did do a section where they put the camera on someone in the crowd and had them dance solo to a song. And some people killed it and were really fun and interesting. And some people did okay, but like could have cut it off a little earlier. Yeah. But that was so fun. People killed it. And it was fun to see that on TikTok later, like the POV of those people.
Yeah.
Same with during their most lit song, they come into the audience and have people sing it with them.
Yeah.
And so to see those videos on TikTok of the people freaking out was so fun.
Yeah. That was really fun.
And
I know we didn't really have an iconic On You Nice, I feel like, both nights, but it was still really fun.
Yeah. Oh, we had one. No,
Did
we
we?
didn't have one. Sorry. I was thinking about the wigs, but that wasn't us.
Yeah, that wasn't us. Felt like it was us.
I know, it felt like it was us because I have watched every video from every angle of that evening, and I wish I was there. Our friend Haley was there.
Yeah. Hi, Haley.
Hey, Haley. But yeah, 10 out of 10 concert experience. I'm trying to think of anything from night 2 that we need to discuss. That was more of our freebie day. We got there a little earlier.
We got there earlier. I feel like we're able to kind of enjoy being in the moment more because we had already seen it and didn't feel the need to take as many photos and videos. And so I feel like I was kind of a little bit off the grid on night 2.
Yeah.
I was just kind of taking it in.
You're immersed. Well, something else we should post a video of is at one point we mentioned they put the camera on someone and they did dancing by themselves on the big screen. Mm-hmm. And at one point they panned to a camera woman who was in a hamburger suit.
Yes.
And she knew the whole dance. And that was incredible.
That was an incredible moment. Like it was fighting. Uh-huh. And she was doing the dance with them, and I think somebody posted that on social media and it went viral, and she was just having a great time. And I remember us being like, man, imagine having that job.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Fun. I think overall it was just such fun vibes.
Yeah. And something that Lindsay and I talk about a lot is how much we love and appreciate that 17 goes down and interacts with the fans. Mm-hmm. Like they are down on the floor, taking selfies, like singing, taking their phones, singing parts of songs together. There's a lot of fan interaction. Even just like calling people's outfits out. And
yeah, I was just going to say they like interact with the signs all the time too. Yeah, at night 1 they called out Vernon, I think it was, called out these outfits of these girls that weren't like super close to the
they
stage.
were pretty far away.
So that was a fun interaction, and that makes it like unique and fun each time too when you have like different moments like that, whether it's like acknowledging a sign or
And I've been to several K-pop concerts in addition to the ones we're talking about today, not with Lindsay, but that is not the case at a lot of them. There's not that level of fan interaction, so we really appreciated that.
Yeah. When I think of like K-pop concerts, I generally feel like they don't like touch fans or like interact with them. But 17,
no, they kind of keep their distance.
Seems more of the people. Is that how the phrase is?
Yeah.
More of the people.
Of the people.
More of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also for the people.
And also for the people. Of the people, for the people. That's their new tagline.
And then after night 2, Lindsay and I discovered that there was a K-pop concert after party happening, and we showed up and got tickets to that, and it essentially was just all these K-pop fans that had been to the 17 concert.
Amazing.
In the back like patio of this restaurant with a K-pop DJ.
Yes.
Playing like the most lit hype K-pop songs of all time.
And I want to hire him before my wedding.
And it was so fun. Like it was just a bunch of K-pop fans singing and dancing and having a good time.
So fun.
They had a cardboard cutout of Mingyu.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the highlight. We got some videos and photos and some time in with Mingyu.
Yeah. Lindsay was like dancing up on Mingyu. Yeah. We did a water performance with him. It was great.
It really was. And we kind of discovered a few new songs through that as well.
Yeah. There would be a really good song that came on and we would like Shazam it. And
it was interesting to see the reaction of everybody. Mm-hmm. And it was clear when we were missing out on like an iconic historic song.
Yeah.
And we decided we needed to study up on some of these.
Yeah, because Lindsay and I pretty much only listened to new stuff. Mm-hmm. So they were playing a lot of like classic K-pop bangers from like first gen, second gen that we had no idea what they were.
Then I feel like when the Stray Kids song came on, we were going so hard and no one else was dancing.
Yeah, clearly not the audience.
Yeah.
They needed to play some more 17 songs.
It was fun.
But it was so fun, especially for two girls that love to dance.
Yeah.
We were kind of the only ones
going so hard.
There
was some people that like knew the choreography that wasn't really our scene. We were kind of just freestyling.
No, we were just vibing.
Well, or like trying to do the choreography but poorly. These other people like had studied the choreography.
Yeah.
And we interacted with some few people.
Yeah, made a few friends.
They thought we were funny when we were doing the dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was such a good way to, just a little ribbon to tie up a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, and we were so sweaty, so tired.
Mm-hmm. I sweat so much that I was wearing a red vest over a white shirt, and I sweat so much that the red was bleeding into the white shirt, and
we go hard.
We go hard. What can we say?
We really do.
Shall we talk about the kind of a comparison between our concert experience in Korea and our concert experience in the US?
Yes. Off the bat, I would say Korea, organized, orderly, efficient.
3 great words to describe that experience.
All mean the exact same thing.
Another word I would use to describe it is maybe like controlled.
Yeah.
Or composed.
Yes, and controlled works in a lot of senses. Like the audience was controlled and reserved. The experience is more controlled. The processes were controlled.
Yeah.
Like, okay, at the 17 concert, when the camera went on someone, they did like a crumping, crazy dance.
Oh, yeah, they would be
that
going
would
insane.
Never happen in Korea.
No.
Absolutely never.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just comes down to a lot of cultural differences, too.
Yeah.
And just concert etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
I think the concert etiquette is significantly different.
Yeah, 100%. I think if we would have been considered rude if we were further up in icon, just standing up and dancing and blocking people. So I am glad we were
guess in Korea, maybe like you don't stand at concerts.
Yeah, I don't really know.
But if I'm at a concert, I'm standing. I feel weird sitting down.
I'm curious. I would love to talk to somebody who lives in Korea or is from Korea about the difference, because maybe, like, I think in the US we think it's kind of polite to stand for the performer.
Yeah, like shows respect in that you're interested.
Like
in
you're
what
excited to be there.
Yeah.
You're interested. You love them. You like want to stand and dance and show them how much you love their music. Whereas in Korea, maybe it's more polite to sit down and like and sit and be like, I'm sitting and I'm listening and I'm paying attention and
I would love
locked
to know
in. I don't know,
because I do feel like Icon wanted people to stand up.
Yeah, they were wanting people to get.
I think they wanted people more involved,
excited.
And then I eventually they did like say like, please get up.
Yeah.
Please get up.
No, we're serious. Get
like, please get
this
up. Is kind of our last 2 songs. Can you finally get up?
I enjoyed both experiences very much.
Me too.
So I don't know if I could say one's better than the other. I think they were so different that they're hard to compare.
Yeah. We have to go see someone in both Korea and the US and then compare.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting to see.
Yeah. It is just weird seeing a K-pop concert in Korea, though, because if you don't speak Korean, because you're like, man, I really wish I knew what they were saying.
But it does feel so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah. But you're kind of like,
you're not getting
getting the jokes. You're not getting the transitions. But 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you ever in Korea to go to a concert, even if you don't know who it is, because you might end up loving them.
Yeah. Normalize going to people you don't know, because you could be surprised. So those are our concert experiences. We have one more in the pipeline coming up, our 2025 concert.
Stray Kids.
And
which we can go into all the details of how we got tickets for that later, but Lindsay took the lead on that, and I was so thankful, because talk about stressful.
Yeah, apparently they were very hard to secure.
I mean, when you got on, how many people were in the queue ahead of you?
I have to pull up the photo. Put it on the Instagram.
I think it was like 45,000 or something.
I think it might have been more than that.
90,000?
I don't even understand how that works.
I don't even know. There was multiple of thousands and thousands of people ahead.
Yeah, but we do have 2
But
tickets.
she got them.
We're going in Texas. Hit us up.
Yeah.
If you want a freebie.
Yeah, we're probably going to make some freebies.
So that's our next concert. I'm super excited. And I'm sure we'll do a recap of that when that happens.
100%.
Can't wait.
For our ending ment, I hope you enjoyed listening to us yap about our concert experiences, and
hopefully this is interesting. I like to hear stuff like this about other people's.
Yeah, and kind of the comparison and contrast of our 2 very different experiences.
Yeah.
So
make sure to check out our social media, Kpop Light Pod. We will be posting a lot of photos, videos of the concerts we're talking about for some more context. And we just have other fun things up there too. And a reminder that we post on YouTube. So go subscribe, okay? Anyway, we'll be back next week for another sode.
I like that. Lindsay likes making up words.
Yeah, I just like to talk a little different. I like to make up words, but I feel like more so I just say words in a weird way.
Yeah. You're not making them up. You're just giving a little remix.
Yeah, putting a little twist on it. Showing a new side.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We're glad you're here. We will see you next week.
Like, subscribe, and stay by our side. And remember, fangirl responsibly.